Ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to Formula 4 with me, George Morgan. Hope you're keeping well tonight on this very special evening. We have got the Baku GP, and do apologise, we had a bit of a desktop feed come through there, but welcome anyway. And Iestyn, we're treated to the city streets of Baku. What can we expect from a track like this?
Some close racing, some great battles, and hopefully an enjoyable night.
Well, fingers crossed we do. Obviously, lots of incredible drivers making up this spectacular grid. We've got a lot of talking points to go through. I mean, obviously, the guys are having a few problems setting up the broadcast. It hasn't gone smoothly at all. Obviously, we're at the mercy of machines here in Formula 4. But let's not forget last week at Monaco. What a tremendous performance by Blaze. He truly showed his true potential. A devastating manoeuvre at the start in order to wind up P1 going around turn 1 at Saint Devote. And he pretty much led all the way from there.
Yeah, brilliant drive actually. And just unfortunate that we're having some difficulty tonight. Because I really want to see what's going to happen.
No, we're hoping we can actually get some word on the lobby front indeed. Obviously, I know the admin team are working hard to try and rectify the problem. Obviously, it's a bit out of our hands. I know the servers have been playing up, but I'm sure we will get word on it as we go through. Of course, Blaze, currently the Drivers' Champion on 97 points. He is leading that championship with Droftas in P2. 2 points separating the top two right now. And then there's a gap of approximately 11 points to Alan in P3, which is a phenomenal performance from Alan, in fact, especially considering that he's in the Pot 2 championship. And I got to say, credit to his performances. He's always been consistent. But Blaze certainly seems to be a standout performer.
Yeah, a bit of internet issues there. I don't know what's going on tonight. But yeah, looking at the championship, it's from third, sixth, I believe, is coming in.
Well, we seem to be having a few issues with the feed coming from Iestyn at the moment. Must be having a few network problems. The technical difficulties are springing around all across what seems to be the UK at the moment. I'm not sure whether you can hear me, Iestyn. Have you recovered? Still having a few...
I think so. Not too sure. Everything's going wrong.
Oh, you sound a bit robotic on the line, I got to say. Wondering whether the old connection is perhaps springing a bit out of control. But obviously, we've been quite fortunate with the grid. The racing's been good as well recently. Monaco has certainly been something special. Just had word from X Gaming struggling to get a lobby going. So it's going to be very likely that a race could end up being postponed at this rate. Obviously, Codemasters must be having a few issues in terms of their online setup. So we'll soon find out to see whether there will be racing here tonight. Of course, folks, we'll keep you updated as the stream goes on. That's the beauty of having these screens. We're able to talk to you and keep you updated with the certainly with the latest facts concerning the race. So hopefully we can get underway as soon as possible. But obviously it gives us a lot to talk about in terms of the championships. Like we said, Blaze currently ahead on 97 points after a spectacular victory at Monaco. But looking further down, young Stinson in P4 sort of met a hiccup or two going through. I mean, to date, he's been quite good, though. He had a few wins already at the start of the season, but has not capitalised, well, did not capitalise at Monaco, and that loss of points certainly did hinder his position in the championship, Iestyn.
Yeah, it was a bit of a blow for Stinson the last couple of weekends, and there's obviously paid the price in this championship.
Yeah, not ideal at all. I mean, of course, we got some plenty of the Pot 3 and Pot 4 drivers challenging in the midfield. And certainly, Matteo has been one of the standout performers in Pot 3. He's currently winning or leading the Pot 3 championship, 59 points. And currently 6 ahead of All Shot Down, who's in P2. Chewy, of course, leading Pot 4, of course, 37 points. And that's 3 ahead of Ramsel, who has done exceptionally well to build his points tally up. Paul Watson not far behind either, currently P3 in the Pot 4 Championship, and I'm sure will be challenging himself as well for the Pop Jaguar team. If you look at the Team Championship, Nintendo springing their dominance here, 60 points clearance ahead of JCB, and that's just a testament to the consistency and the fact that the Nintendo team have committed to this season, all their drivers getting involved, and certainly seem to be the standout performers, Iestyn.
Yeah, agreed. Obviously, you have to look at the battle for second between GCB and BMW F1. Only 4 points between it. Obviously, very early stages, but it's definitely a battle to look out for.
Absolutely. Well, hopefully we'll see some more here tonight. Obviously, I mean, we look at the likes of Blaze, who certainly flourished in a street circuit condition at Monaco. Hopefully he can do the same today in Azerbaijan, and I'm sure that the BMW team will be looking on in anticipation, I'm sure, to see whether the results will come through for them. Certainly he has the potential, does Blaze. He impressed me, certainly, after his performance last week, negotiating his way around a very tricky Monaco circuit, plenty of tight corners, and he's going to be facing the same thing again tonight. Of course, Azerbaijan, with its very famed castle section and the winding bends that lead down towards the final corner, of course, that being turn 16, the final left-handed 90-degree corner, which will send you down into Sector 3 onto the main straight, leading towards the start-finish line. It's certainly a test of strength around Baku. That Sector 2 is absolutely clinical to achieving a good lap time, because there's so many variants in terms of corners and straights, and little delayed corners as well, kinks in the road. It can certainly throw up a few question marks and will test the drivers to their utmost ability. I mean, looking at that testing part of the track, the castle section is a formidable part of the Baku street circuit, isn't it, Iestyn?
Yeah, but obviously you have to look at the other sectors of the track. Sector 3 especially, is just flat out. And the high-speed corners where you just have to just make sure the car's in the right position. Sector 2 is just a bit of a mess. I'm not a fan of it when I'm driving, but yeah, it's just a little bit tight for me.
Certainly is, and hopefully we'll get some good racing nonetheless around this circuit. I mean, I've got to say, street circuits aren't my forte when it comes to driving on the F1 2020 game, but I'm sure there'll be plenty of drivers out there that can whittle their way through this very testing track. It's certainly going to be a majestic one, to say the least. 3.73 miles is the circuit 20 corners make up the circuit of Baku. The race lap record secured by Charles Leclerc back in 2019, a 143.009. And the prancing horses, I'm sure, would certainly appreciated that. Obviously, no prancing horses on this track. Probably the closest livery of that of Nintendo, who currently dominate this season. So maybe Nintendo can do something to allow their fellow Reds, the Ferrari team, to shout and scream about. Obviously, looking in behind them, JCB F1 also as consistent. They've got a good man there in P2 in the Drivers' Championship, Droftas, who is pretty much the team leader for the JCB team. And he's got some good drivers under his belt as well. Paulie Orange, of course, a former race winner too. And not only that, they've got the likes of Mad Scientist and, of course, iStream's YT. Of course, it's very difficult to get a full grid of 4 drivers in your team that we've experienced in recent weeks. And certainly, it goes to show, doesn't it, Iestyn, how missing one driver can be key in the length of a season.
Yeah, if you turn up with 2 drivers and they might not be your strongest, you could be facing a lack of points. Obviously, if you've got all 4 of your drivers, you could have a really good performance.
Yeah, so just seen a comment in the chat from X Gaming. Don't forget Xerxes, ex Mario Kart Pro. Of course, Xerxes, the MTV motorsport driver in Pot 4, getting his first points in his first league race last week in Monaco. And certainly something to be proud of. He certainly has found a lot of love for this league at Formula 4. Loves his new nickname as well. Xerxes looking to go all the way here at Baku. And I can certainly imagine seeing him crossing the line, hopefully to get some more points here to his name and improving the prospects of MTV Motorsport, who I've got to say have been very disappointing this season, Iestyn. Certainly with drivers like Infamous Pillars and also the likes of Chazza 0161. You'd expect them to sort of rise their way through the grid. They've got lots of talent in that team.
Pillars has shown his class in the opening couple of races, but the rest of the drivers have been a little bit off the pace, which is a bit of a worry for the MTV car. But hopefully they can find some sort of pace in the near future, and we could have a really cool championship battle.
Absolutely. Well, that's what we're here to see. We want to see a good championship battle, a big championship fight, and hopefully it'll be a nice scrap to the finish here at Baku, of course. And we look forward to it. Obviously, the DRS sections, we said before the track, lots of winding corners. Sector 3, pretty much the straight line speed, as Iestyn quite rightly said. Only the one DRS detection zone, really, in Zone 2, which is where you'll see it going past into Turn 20. And that is when you can power up down across the home stretch and make your way down there. And then, of course, you got the other DRS section in Sector 1, in between turns 2 and 3. And if you get a good run-off out of turn 2, you can certainly go down the inside heading towards turn 3 and secure yourself an improved position. But that is the order of the day. Hopefully we'll have a race for you folks. Still no news as to whether the lobby is working. Certainly Codemaster's not enjoying the fun festivities, and certainly us here at Formula 4 struggling to get something underway. Obviously we'll keep you updated as we've said already. But Iestyn, your experiences of street circuits, obviously, are they fond memories or perhaps not so fond?
Most probably in a wall is the best way to describe my history with street circuits. I don't have much fun with them, except for Canada. But I just think the Canadian circuit is a good track. Is a personal favourite just because of the high speeds. But tracks like Azerbaijan and Monaco, not a chance.
No, well, it looks like we could be facing a postponement here today. Just looking now, there's some comments being made here that the Codemaster still won't let them create a lobby, and reason to believe that the PlayStation Network could be down at this stage, or at least the servers at the PlayStation Network could be down. But looks of it, we are going to be wrapping this up. So it's going to be no Baku GP here today. It's going to be coming at the end of the season. So it was a very short and sweet stream here today, Iestyn.
Yeah, don't have to lose my voice this evening. That'll do.
Well, folks, I got to say, did not expect that, but it's been a pleasure to broadcast to you for this brief period. I, of course, have been CRGGO George Morgan here at your service, joined by my good buddy Iestyn Thomas. And we'll see you next time, of course, for more Formula 4 racing. So until next week, folks, we'll see you next Monday. Don't forget, quarter to 8, the stream will start. Join us at 8 o'clock for live coverage. We'll see you then. Goodbye.